there, it's another beautiful turquoise morning.
Wake up! It's time for Turquoise Morning. The people, the places, the plans of the Caribbean with DeAndre Hamilton. It's a celebration from Magnetic Media Studios in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. One Caribbean, Turquoise Morning. Beautiful.
Turquoise Morning is a celebration of our One Caribbean, a celebration of our people, our places, and the plans. And when we talk about people and places and plans these days, it means for so many CARICOM leaders, travel, travel, and more travel. I know in many cases it's annoying for the local community. Your prime minister or your premier is off to another session. But these CARICOM leaders are adamant that it's all about securing the right kind of funding for climate mitigation, leveling the playing field when it comes to borrowing rules and regulations and policies, and also supporting the development of our nations from these larger nations who have the expertise, the ingenuity, and of course the resources. Quite a number of development agreements were signed, including one for Jamaica and one for Haiti. And I'm talking about when the CARICOM leaders held a summit in where? Saudi Arabia. Now more than ever, CARICOM has been making an impact on the global stage and gaining recognition all over. The most recent of those recognitions saw leaders of CARICOM member states being invited to Riyadh for the first ever CARICOM-Saudi Arabia summit held on November 16th. Co-chaired by CARICOM Chairman and Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit, and the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the historic event allowed leaders of CARICOM to foster a closer relationship with the Middle Eastern country, as well as embark on opportunities for their countries and people. Some areas covered during the summit included technology, climate resilience, tourism, and infrastructure. Though the summit was short, it was very impactful based on what some Caribbean leaders had to say. One such leader was Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who revealed some discussions from the inaugural CARICOM-Saudi Arabia summit.
The meeting was highly successful. The level of respect between both sides was clearly evident, but more importantly, the tangible areas in which we have made progress just in even one short week speaks volumes as to the kind of relationship that we can have going forward. We also agreed that we would work on a number of key areas and investments and trade and people-to-people partnerships. The issue of scholarships will be put firmly on the table, and we recognize too that scholarships is not a one-way street, that we would wish to see members of persons from Saudi Arabia working, doing research here or studying here, but they also have a large number of universities, some of which are in the top 10 universities in terms of engineering. I think the top three in terms of engineering globally. Our Minister of Health met with their Minister of Health, and we've agreed to establish a memorandum of understanding that will allow us to focus on the development of health information systems, as well as they have a virtual hospital. And that virtual hospital has done wonders in terms of being able to ensure that they can deliver healthcare as widely as possible to the same quality to all. We discussed the importance of us having presence in each area, and we discussed that because we want to make sure that as we go forward, there are people who come to work every day to continue to make things happen. The Saudi Development Fund has been very active with individual members of the community. In our own case in Barbados, we put forward a number of projects, and I'm happy to report that we have reached agreement on $100 million in funding for the major project that we put forward in urban renewal. And this is to allow us to be able to deal with, one, the the provision of waterborne facilities, the provision of proper housing, the provision of proper infrastructural services in urban communities that have been ignored. We also discussed the possibility of cooperation. Barbados is naturally a logistics hub, we believe, and it was a logistics hub for the wrong reasons for 3.5 centuries, Ralph. It needs to be a logistics hub for the right reasons because our geography has not moved. And to that extent, therefore, we spoke about the need for direct air travel. We spoke about the need also for boosting opportunities for transshipment and also ensuring that the Gulf states have the ability to work with us to expand the areas for and opportunities for logistics in the Americas.
All right, so we still have so much more ahead to show you on that CARICOM summit in Saudi Arabia, which followed closely a CARICOM summit in Canada. Turquoise Morning, it's always beautiful.